Now, you want to talk to?
I bet tell us.
The reason why my husband killed the girl was the husband go with 30,000 and the girl called the husband said he never seen the money and my husband not transfer the money. That they will not get anything for us. Now the girl could just go in the shop, they give my husband say it look for transfer. Now he could collect the money. Now 1,000 now my husband got come out 2,000 as he collect early morning as we dey as around 6 and the girl come shout come he say make they give her the money na my husband come talk say the thing wey the girl do am he say he fail now.
That's why kill her.
So the day when he kill her, why he take carry am? The day when he kill Betty, why they take carry am? And the hotel carry am put to Abiha.
Na the hotel but my husband no gree say make I see am.
How they take carry enter the hotel? How they take carry Betty enter the hotel?
My husband I call am and the girl with my husband na friend well. If my husband call her once she dey come. As my husband call her now she come before my husband come carry her.
Come carry her enter where?
Now my husband come carry her go room.
Carry her go room?
Which
time be that? Which day carry her go the room? So you still remember na she?
The morning I be the evening.
No, evening.
Like around which time in the evening?
It will be like something like 7 after 7.
Within that 6, 7.
What
you call take kill her? Around which time you call take kill the girl for the place?
Now that one not coming because as my husband carry her enter now he told them say make I no look am before he go down. He say make I no go free. Now I go tell her say okay. Now me call the our room. And my husband and the girl call the room. Before my husband kill her phone, she called tell me say she not kill her.
So which time you take carry and come outside?
Whether na 12 in the morning, 12.
Which the morning of that day? That day when you do so now which day for the week? No, like which day where you call carry and go?
Alright, as they hot. Now Simone I don't hear for wetin happen here. Now, if you love your family members and friends, you go press share for this video so that make them see am. Because as I dey talk to now, hotels not even safe again for this country. Now only God know wetin dey happen. When I hear the confession of that woman, that's the hotel director wife. Now be that one when talk just now. Now he get another man when he still miss again. The same hotel director still buy the same man for inside the hotel. My people, where we can't they go like this? What did they happen? What did they sup? I don't understand. Okay, now I don't want to talk much because the video long. If you want to be in a safe side, just watch the video from the beginning to the end and make you know they greedy to your family members, to your friends. Share the video. Make people know what they happen for hotels now. Watch the video.
A horrible case that will help you understand why you have to be very careful when lodging in a hotel overnight, be it a cheap hotel or a very luxurious one. I will also share a very important trick to use whenever you're about to lodge in any hotel overnight. So make sure to watch this video to the end because it could help you someday. On Friday, 21st March 2025, Bishop Sunday Ugofuta left his residence in Lagos, where he lived with his wife and children, to attend his brother's burial ceremony in his hometown in Delta State the next day. When Mr. Sunday arrived in his hometown from Lagos, it was already too late for him to proceed to the family house where the burial ceremony was supposed to take place. Because of this, he decided to lodge in a hotel in the area. The next day, being Saturday, was the day the burial was set to take place. Everything went as planned and Mr. Sunday's brother was successfully buried. However, Mr. Sunday himself was nowhere to be found throughout the entire ceremony. Since it was the day of the burial, people who never saw Bishop Sunday probably assumed he was busy running around to ensure that his brother's burial ceremony went as smoothly as possible. They tried reaching him on the phone, but his phone remained switched off throughout the entire day. On Sunday, after the ceremony was successfully completed and the activities had lessened, the family began asking questions about Bishop Sunday's whereabouts once again. When no one could attest to seeing him the previous day, their worry grew into a major concern. They tried calling him again, but his number remained switched off. The concerned family members then reached out to his wife in Lagos to ask if her husband had already returned home so soon. They were shocked when the wife informed them that her husband was still with them in the village and hadn't returned to Lagos yet. She also told them that she had been trying to reach him on the phone several times, but all to no avail. The family then informed the wife that none of them saw Bishop Sunday throughout the burial day. He never arrived at the family compound, neither was he present at the burial ground that Saturday. That was when the wife provided some crucial information that would lead to the horror they all witnessed that Sunday. The wife told them that when her husband arrived in Delta State, he called to inform her that he would be staying in a hotel called Century Home Hotel, which was located in the same community where the burial was set to take place. Mr. Sunday had also gone as far as telling her the number of the room he was assigned to. It was also said that Mr. Sunday had informed one of his relatives that he was lodging in the said hotel. However, he asked the relative not to disclose his location to anyone else. With this information, the family members stormed Century Hotel to inquire about Bishop Sunday's visit to their premises. However, they would never have imagined the kind of resistance they were going to face over there. When they got to the hotel, they asked the manager if Bishop Sunday had spent the night in their hotel, but the manager denied having any guests by that name. The family argued that Mr. Sunday specifically mentioned the name of their hotel to both his wife and his relative, and that it was very unlikely for him to say the wrong hotel name to two different people. The hotel manager and staff kept denying that Bishop Sunday spent the night in their hotel. At that point, the family members began to agitate and then demanded that they allowed them to search all the rooms in the hotel. The hotel management tried to resist the search, but the family overpowered them and then began going into each room in the hotel. As the check went on, the family got to a particular room where the hotel owner was said to have strongly insisted that none of them should go into the room. His reason was that the man who was staying in the said room was getting intimate with his woman, and for that reason, they should not be disturbed. However, the family members, who by that time had already alerted the community vigilante group for backup, paid no attention to their reasons and then proceeded to break the door to the room. That was when they found Bishop Sunday tied to the bed with multiple stab wounds on his body. He had been killed that Friday night and his phone switched off to ensure that he could not be located. The police were called to the scene and the hotel owner, the hotel manager, the security guard and other staff members were arrested and also taken into custody. Investigation would later reveal that Bishop Sunday was attacked that Friday night and his life cut short. However, before he was murdered, the hotel workers collected his 3 ATM cards and also forced him to disclose his pins before proceeding to end his life. They used the ATM cards to withdraw money from his account the next day and were also planning to dispose of his body before they were eventually caught that Sunday. An indigent of the community alleged that the Century Home Hotel was a den for kidnappers, ritualists, and other criminal activities. It was also said that Mr. Sunday was not the first person whose life was taken inside the hotel. They mentioned that some months prior, a POS girl was also kidnapped and her life taken in the same hotel. A search within the Century Home Hotel was said to have confirmed these new allegations, as a POS machine belonging to the late girl along with other valuables were found inside the hotel. The wife of the security guard of the hotel was said to have confessed that her husband was the one who murdered the POS girl. She also disclosed that he buried her corpse at the back of the hotel.
I bet tell us.
The reason why my husband killed her, the girl was the husband go get 2,000. And the girl called my husband said, "We never see the money. And my husband don't transfer the money. That they will not get anything for us." Now the girl could just go. They said they give my husband say it will pay transfer. Now he could collect the money. Now 1,000 and my husband got come out. 2,000 me. As he collect early morning, as we dey as around 6, and the girl come shout come. He say me they give her the money. Now my husband come talk say the thing wey the girl do, he say he pay now.
That's why kill her.
So the day when you kill her, why you take carry am? The day when you kill better, how they take carry am? And the hotel carry am put to abi how?
Now the hotel, but my husband no gree say make I see am.
How they take carry am enter the hotel? How they take carry better enter the hotel?
My husband I call am. And the girl with my husband na friend well. If my husband call her once she dey come. As my husband call her now she come before my husband carry.
Come carry am enter where?
Now my husband carry her go room.
Carry her go room.
Which
time be that? Which day carry her go the room? So you still remember na she?
The morning I be here.
No evening.
Like around which time in the evening?
It will be like something like 7, after 7.
Within that 6, 7. What you got take kill her? Around which time you got take kill the girl for the place?
Now that one not coming because as my husband carry a now he got them say make I no look at before he go down. He say make I no go free. Now I go tell us okay. Now me call the our room. And my husband and the girl called the room. Before my husband kill her finish, she called them and say she not kill her.
So which time you take her and come outside?
Whether 12 in the morning, 12.
Which time? The morning of that day? That day when you do so now which day for the week? No, like which day? Where you go carry and go?
I'm not coming because as you want kill her, you not gonna tell me before you kill her finish. You won't tell me.
The local government council chairman, along with some key government officials and security personnel, had visited the hotel to officially close it down. Mr. Sunday's corpse was also taken to the mortuary by the police, while all suspects remained in custody as more investigations are being carried out. What happened to Bishop Sunday is something that could happen to anyone. It is very tragic to think that the only reason he went to that community was to attend his late brother's burial, only for him to end up in the mortuary. This case is almost similar to what happened to Timothy Adegoke, a master's degree student who was also murdered in a hotel room for suspected ritual purposes. The only outstanding difference here is probably the fact that Century Home Hotel is a cheap hotel, while the Hilton Hotel, where Adegoke stayed, was a bit luxurious. This shows that the quality of the hotel may not always guarantee safety, which is a very scary thing to know. In line with this, one has to be very careful about spending the night in a hotel, regardless of whether it is luxurious or not. It is also advisable to make a call to a family member in the presence of the receptionist, telling them the name of the hotel, the room number, and possibly the name of the receptionist to avoid any terrifying business at night. May Bishop Sunday's soul rest in peace, and we hope that all the people involved in his tragic death are captured and punished accordingly. Share your thoughts on this case in the comments below.